Hi there and welcome. I am so excited you're here because we're diving into one of the most powerful skills you can master for your med spa, closing high ticket sales. Now, before we start, let me just say if the word sales makes you feel uncomfortable, then you're not alone because most of us, we didn't get into this business thinking we'd be selling anything. But here's the truth. Sales, they aren't about convincing someone to spend money. They're about helping people solve their problems or reach their goals and feel amazing about themselves. So, today I'm going to walk you through a step-by-step framework to make that process feel easy, natural, and maybe even fun. Let's jump in. Here's what we're covering today. First is common mistakes in selling packages. We'll talk about the pitfalls that might be tripping you up and how to avoid them. Second is transitioning to high ticket sales. So we'll learn how to shift from selling individual treatments to offering premium, life-changing packages. Third, a step-by-step in-clinic consultation process. This is going to be the heart of our session. I'll show you how to structure your consultation for trust, alignment, and ultimately results. Fourth, we'll be talking about handling objections and closing deals. I'll teach you how to handle those but what if moments with confidence and ease. Fifth, we'll go over some even more common mistakes because yes, there's even more to watch out for and we'll cover those as well. By the end of this, you'll have the tools to lead consultations that feel good for you and your clients. Sound good? Okay, then let's start with the mistakes we want to avoid. But before we jump in, I do want to mention that this is one of the most important videos in the entire course because with this video, you'll be able to transform your consultations into revenue machines. This lesson contains sales strategies that will turn your hesitant clients into committed buyers, hopefully with ease. And one more thing, if you prefer faster paced content, feel free to watch at a 1.5 or 2x speed, but make sure not to skip any key moments. Okay, let's talk about the most common mistakes people make when selling packages. And trust me, we've all been there, so no judgment here. The first most common mistake is having too many options. So when you have too many choices, it confuses people. It's like staring at a menu with 50 items and you end up ordering fries because that's the safest choice. So instead, you want to simplify and offer one or two tailored packages that address their needs directly. Second is focusing on treatments. So clients, they don't care about the technical detail. They care about how they feel when they look in the mirror. So stop selling 6 laser treatments and start selling clear, glowing skin that makes you feel confident. Third is over discounting. Discounts are very, very, very tempting, but they can make your services feel less valuable. So instead of discounting, you can add more value to the packages, like a free LED light therapy, or maybe even a take-home skincare kit or something, but don't discount and add value instead. Fourth is the no package strategy. So when you sell single treatments, it's like putting a band-aid on a problem because packages, they let you provide comprehensive solutions, which I'm sure you know, and also deliver better results and also build long-term client relationships. Now that we've talked about what not to do, let's talk about how to transition to selling high-ticket packages. So transitioning into high-ticket sales, it isn't just about raising prices, it's also about creating value and showing your clients why these packages are worth it. So here's how. First thing is you want to sell solutions and not appointments. Like I mentioned before, clients, they don't want to buy a session, they want to buy results. So you want to frame your package as a solution to their problem. For example, instead of 3 peels, say this package will smooth your skin texture and brighten your complexion. Second, you want to simplify and value stack. Do not overcomplicate it. Bundle treatments that work together and add bonuses like skincare products or follow-ups to increase the value. For example, a pigmentation package could include laser treatments, peels, and a take-home brightening serum. Third, you want to focus on emotional value. So clients, they aren't buying better skin. They're buying confidence, happiness, and the ability to walk into a room and feel amazing. So speak to that emotional transformation. Fourth is you want to refine your consultations. A structured consultation is your secret weapon. That's why next up, we'll break down the consultation process step by step. Here's the framework. First, you want to welcome them and build rapport. So start with a friendly, warm introduction and make them feel comfortable. It's all about trust. Second is the discovery phase, where you ask meaningful questions to uncover their goals and any emotional triggers. Third is the social proof and education phase, where you show them what's possible with testimonials and clear explanations. Fourth is the temperature check. So you want to see how aligned they are with your plan and address any hesitations. Fifth, you want to present the solution. So offer a tailored package that highlights the results that they care about. And each step here builds on the last to build a seamless consultation experience. So let's go more in depth and start with the discovery phase. I'm going to skip the welcome and rapport since that's pretty self-explanatory, I think. So let's dive into the discovery phase. This is where everything begins. This is the foundation of the consultation and probably the most important step. Why? Because this is where we build trust, we connect emotionally, and also gather all the information we need to guide the client toward the perfect solution. The purpose of the discovery phase is to deeply understand their concerns, both from physical and emotional perspective. We're not just addressing their skin, we're addressing how these concerns impact their confidence and also their daily life. This is also where we set the tone for the rest of the consultation. Strategies you could use are using open-ended questions to understand their emotional triggers and also their goals. These questions let them feel heard while also giving you the insight to their priorities. Second, we want to explore the urgency behind their visit to uncover any immediate motivations that they might have. You can ask questions like why now, or why did you decide to seek help today rather than a year ago? Because these questions help uncover their immediate motivations, like maybe some upcoming event, or maybe they reached a breaking point. Knowing this allows you to align your solution with their sense of urgency. Then you want to align their desired outcomes with your services. So you can help ask questions that help them visualize their ideal result. Like if you could wave a magic wand, what would you change about your appearance? This question positions your med spa as the bridge between where they are now and where they want to be. So when you repeat these insights later while presenting the solution, it will resonate more deeply with them. Here are also some key questions you can ask, like what brings you in today? This is an open-ended question. Or what have you tried before and what were the results? Why is this important to you now? By the end of the phase, you'll have built a foundation of trust and rapport. You'll also have all the critical information you need to tailor your recommendations later in the consultation and also address any objections with confidence if they come up. The discovery phase, it isn't just about gathering information though, it's about creating a connection. When your clients feel heard and understood, they're far more likely to trust your expertise and also move forward with your recommendations. So once you understand their needs, it's time to build trust with social proof and education. This is where you step into your role as the expert, building trust and confidence by showing your client that not only do you understand their goals, but you've helped others achieve similar results before. The goal here is to reassure your client that they're in the right hands. You're showing them that you have the experience, the tools, and the expertise to help them achieve their desired transformation. This step also helps eliminate any doubt and also creates a stronger emotional connection. Strategies you could use are showing before and after pictures, for example. So show clients real results from others who have had similar concerns and use these photos to help them visualize what is possible for them as well. Focus on cases that closely match their goals to make it more relatable and impactful. You should also share testimonials and client stories. So talk about clients who started with similar frustrations or concerns and share their journey and also highlight how the treatments improved their lives. These stories help build rapport and then also reinforce trust by showing your track record of success. And lastly, you also want to educate them on the treatment options. So this is your opportunity to explain to them how the treatments work and why multi-treatment approaches are more effective than standalone options. But avoid overwhelming them with jargon because you want to keep it simple and focus on the benefits. Key questions you could ask to engage your clients as well are, how do you feel about the transformations that we've achieved for other clients with similar concerns? Have you seen any of our client transformations that are particularly compelling? Are there any specific results in our gallery that stand out to you? What's your understanding of how these treatments work? Because this phase isn't just about you talking, it's about involving the client in the conversation as well. These questions will help keep the conversation interactive and also allow you to address any misconceptions or concerns that the client might have. By the end of this phase, your client should feel reassured that they chose the right provider, and they'll understand not only the treatments, but also how these treatments will help them and help them achieve their goals. This step also sets the stage for the next phase, where you check in on their confidence level before presenting them the solution. The next phase is the temperature check. The temperature check phase is a pivotal moment in the consultation process. This step ensures that the client feels confident in the treatment plan that we've discussed so far, and also allows us to address any lingering doubts or concerns before moving forward. The goal here is to confirm alignment. It's about making sure the client feels completely on board with the plan and has no reservations about whether it's the right fit or not for their goals. This is where we pause, reassess, and also fine-tune if needed. Strategies you could use are the 1 to 10 scale. So you can ask them on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you that this treatment plan will help you achieve your goals? This simple question is incredibly effective because it gives the client an easy way to express their confidence or their hesitation without feeling pressured. If the client gives you a score lower than an 8, then this is your cue to dig deeper. Ask for specifics. What would make you feel more comfortable about moving forward? This also allows you to identify and address any gaps in understanding about the process or hesitation with the results. The temperature check is critical because it ensures that you and your client are fully aligned before moving forward. It also prevents any misunderstandings and also gives you the opportunity to adjust or clarify anything that might be holding them back. It also reinforces that you are invested in their confidence and also their satisfaction. Here are also a couple key questions that I mentioned before that you could ask. Again, on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are they? Or is there any part of the treatment plan that they want to learn more about or have concerns with? And I also want to mention that this phase isn't just about gauging confidence. It's also about making sure they feel fully supported and understood. By the end of the temperature check, you'll know whether they are ready to move forward or if you need to realign with them before presenting the solution. Now, after the temperature check, we are ready to pitch and present the solution. At this stage, when you present the solution, we're also guiding the client toward commitment. This is where all the groundwork we've laid before comes together. The goal here is to confidently transition into discussing packages that best suit their needs, and also to ensure that they're ready to move forward. Think of this as the moment where you align everything you've learned about their goals, concerns, motivations with the solutions that you're offering. The strategies that you could use here are presenting tailored packages. So you want to start by framing the packages as solutions to their specific concerns. Say something like, based on everything we've discussed, I've put together a couple options that are designed to address your goals and deliver the results that you're looking for. Because by referencing their goals, you make the options feel personal and also relevant. You also want to highlight the benefits and the value. So you want to walk them through key components of each package, focusing on the benefits rather than just the features. For example, instead of listing treatments, emphasize how each step in the package contributes to achieving their desired transformation. You also want to reinforce why these packages are the best approach to meet their needs and also results. This is the moment where their commitment is secured. By tying each option directly to their specific goals and concerns, you're not just selling a package, but you're providing a solution that they can feel confident in. The clearer you are about the value and benefits, the more reassured they'll be about making the investment. Now, some key questions again that you can ask to engage them in the decision-making process. Based on the goals that we've discussed, here are a few package options we think would suit you. Which of these options do you feel aligns best with your needs? Or do you have any questions about these packages or the next steps about getting started? You can ask them how they feel about moving forward with the plan that you've outlined, etc., etc. So by presenting the solution with clarity and confidence, you're creating an environment where the client feels informed, supported, and ready to take the next step. This is your chance to turn their goals into a tangible plan and also get commitment. Now, even with a strong pitch, I want to mention objections are going to happen, and that's okay, but they're not a no. They're just a pause and a moment where the client is asking for more clarity or reassurance. So, how do we handle them? First off, anticipate objections. Because look, most objections, they probably aren't going to surprise you. It's going to be price, time, or will this work for me? These come up all the time, so you have to be ready for them so you can respond calmly and confidently and not scrambling for an answer. One of the most important things is you want to acknowledge and validate their concerns. This is so important because when someone shares a concern, you should not brush it off or get defensive. Take a moment to say, we hear you, that makes sense, because people want to feel understood and not pushed. You want to leverage the insights that you gain during the discovery phase. Remember all that great information that they shared earlier about their goals, their frustrations? This is when you bring it back. Remind them of why they came to you in the first place and also of the transformation that they're looking for. Then you want to clarify any misunderstandings because sometimes what they're saying isn't the whole story. So maybe there's a deeper concern that they haven't fully expressed. So ask questions to get to the root of it. Like, can you tell me a little bit more about what's holding you back? Questions like that can go a long way. Also, you want to make sure that you're reassuring them without pressure. This isn't about pushing them to say yes. This is about making them feel confident in their decision. So when you respond thoughtfully and patiently, they'll feel like you're on their side and not trying to sell them something. And lastly, you want to position yourself as a partner in their goals. So always bring it back to their transformation. This is about them and not about you. Let them know that you are there to help achieve their goals and guide them every step of the way. Objections, they don't have to feel like roadblocks because they're really just opportunities to provide clarity and also build trust. Once you address their concerns, you can confidently guide them back to the solution that's going to get them the results that they want. So, finally, let's cover some additional mistakes to avoid. These mistakes can trip you up during the sales process, and they're sneaky ones. They're mistakes you might not even realize that you're making, but they can cost you the sale. First off is skipping steps. It can be very, very tempting to skip parts of the consultation when you're short on time or the client seems ready, but skipping steps means missing opportunities to build trust and alignment. This also leads to inconsistency and a lack of thoroughness in consultations. It confuses the prospect by jumping between topics without a logical flow. This leads to them feeling overwhelmed or also probably decision paralysis. By adhering to a structured process, you ensure that no critical aspect of the consultation is overlooked, providing clarity and also a seamless experience for your clients. Second is educating before identifying the reason for their visit. So discussing solutions before fully understanding the problem can make the services seem generic and not tailored to their specific needs. This approach fails to address the emotional and personal aspects of their decision-making process, reducing the perceived value of the treatment options. Third is talking about price too early. Discussing price before establishing value can lead to a sticker shock, where the client focuses on cost over benefits. This approach undermines the emotional investment of the desired outcomes, making it harder to justify the expense without a clear understanding of the transformative potential of the treatments. Fourth is rushing through consultations. When you move too quickly through the process, it can make the clients feel unheard or also pressured. This might also make you misjudge their intentions or their financial capabilities based off of early impressions. By not giving each consultation your full attention and commitment, you risk missing out on genuine opportunities to connect and convert prospects. When you rush through consultations, you might also fail to recognize that your client's initial skepticism or hesitation can often be overcome with thoughtful and detailed consultation. Fifth is inadequate discovery and objection handling. So the discovery phase is not just about gathering clinical information, but also about understanding their emotional and psychological motivations. So skipping this step or handling it superficially will lead to a lack of personalization in the proposed treatment plan. Furthermore, ineffective objection handling can come off as dismissive or too sales-oriented. That can also alienate clients. So effective objection handling, it requires a deep understanding of their concerns, allowing for personalized reassurances and also solutions. Let's bring everything together with a quick recap of what we covered today. These key takeaways are what you'll want to focus on as you refine your approach to high-ticket sales. First, you want to simplify your packages because clients, they don't need a long menu of options or a laundry list of treatments. What they need is a clear, results-driven solution. So focus on create packages that solve specific problems rather than emphasizing solutions or discounts. Simplicity and clarity are what build trust. Second, sell transformations and not appointments. I'm sure I've mentioned this so many times already in this video, but this is a mindset shift. So you're not just selling treatments, you're offering transformations. You need to position your packages as a life-changing investment that will help clients achieve their goals and feel confident in their own skin. Third, you want to master the consultations. So the consultation process is where the magic happens. So you want to build trust, you want to educate clearly and align with their goals. When you follow a structured process, you create a professional and seamless experience that makes your clients feel confident in your expertise. Fourth, you want to handle objections with confidence because objections, they aren't the end of the conversation. They're an opportunity to dig deeper. Address these concerns with empathy, provide clarity, and refocus on the value of the transformation that you are offering. Confidence and empathy go a long way here. And fifth, consistency is key because high ticket sales success isn't about occasional wins. It's about consistently following a process. Every single consultation is an opportunity to learn, refine, and grow. So stick to the framework, and over time, this process will feel effortless and natural. And remember, at the end of the day, this isn't just about selling packages. It's about creating a real, lasting transformation for your clients and building a business that you are proud of. So when you focus on the client experience and commit to this process, you'll not only grow your revenue, but you'll also strengthen your reputation as a trusted expert. Now it's your turn. You've got the framework, you've got the tools, you've got the confidence to make it happen. Take what you learned today and apply it to your very next consultation. And remember, every single client is an opportunity to transform not just their skin, but also their confidence in life. I can't wait to hear about your success stories, and thank you for spending your time with me. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out in the Skool community, and I'll see you later.